Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 3 apartment renovation. So yes, we're back with the Sims 3, we're back renovating another apartment in the Sims 3 and this one is again in the world of Setra. I've been renovating quite a few apartments in Setra lately because, although I guess I shouldn't say lately because I've built this at like the end of November of last year, so I shouldn't say lately. But when I had my really big like Sims 3 kick at the end of last year, I renovated a ton of apartments and things in the world of Setra. Just because Setra for some reason has really great apartments and like just lots in general. I know St. Clair also has a ton of really great lots, and also Evansdale County is another world that has a ton of really awesome lots, a ton of really awesome apartments and stuff. But I will leave a link if you want to download the custom world of Setra. I'll leave a link to that down below. But basically, this is an apartment in the Merigold Apartments building. I think that's what it's called, if I remember correctly. And it turned out to be just under 44,000 simoleons. And it is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. So it is a family apartment, or at least I furnished it for a family. So in my mind, the Sims that live here would be either like 1 or 2 parents, and then they could have up to 2 kids living here as well, because the kids' bedroom actually ends up having bunk beds. So yeah, they could have 2 kids in there. Maybe they just have 1 kid and the other bed is just for when they have like friends staying over or whatever. But yeah, there's 2 beds, so there's space for 4 Sims basically. And as you could probably tell from the title of this video, this is a more like nautical themed apartment. Now, the only reason I say nautical themed is because I wanted to do something in like red, white and blue, and I believe those are actually like considered like the nautical color scheme, I guess, if that makes sense. Basically, it's the best descriptive word I could find about what this apartment is, like style-wise, I guess, if that makes sense. So I used a ton of blue. I also used some red accents. I didn't want to use like too much red because it can be a really overwhelming color if you use too much of it. So yeah, whereas blue is a little bit more calming, so I feel it's easier to use a ton of blue, whereas it's not all that easy to use a ton of red in a build. At least I can't pull it off myself. So yeah, this apartment is mostly just white and blue with some red accents, kind of like pops of color all through like all of the rooms. All of the rooms kind of have this color scheme, so it's a very like, I guess I say in air quotes, like cohesive looking apartment. So yeah, I know in real life apartments definitely, or like any house, wouldn't be this color coordinated. I mean, the bedrooms at least would usually be a little bit different from like the overall color scheme, especially if you have like a kid's room. Obviously, they would decorate their own room and stuff like that. But for the Sims, this is just how I like to build. So yeah, everything matches, which in The Sims 3 is a lot easier than in The Sims 4 because you have creator style. And again, I know I said this in all of my like Sims 3 videos last year, but I don't know if creator style is a good or a bad thing when it comes to me and building, because yeah, as you can tell, I will end up customizing literally everything, and everything needs to match. Like I'm very picky when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, we've moved on to like the kitchen. I rambled through the whole bathroom. We've moved on to the kitchen, and as you can see, I did include laundry in this build. I used some custom washer, I used a custom washer and dryer that I got from the store, so from the Sims 3 store. And I didn't use any like CC in this build, but I did use a ton of store content. So yeah, apologies for that. But honestly, I don't know, after years of playing The Sims 3 like literally just vanilla, when I used to play The Sims 3 way before like The Sims 4 came out, I literally used to play vanilla. I didn't have any mods, I didn't have any CC, I didn't have any store content or anything like that. And recently when I, got into my Sims 3 kick like last year, I found all of the store content, and I mean, I knew the store existed, but I could never like afford to buy it when I was like a young teenager. So yeah, I recently got all of the store content, and I've just been having a ball with it. I've been really enjoying it. So yeah, I will be using a ton of store content in all of my like Sims 3 builds, but I don't know how many of you guys actually download Sims 3 builds these days. So I don't feel as bad about it, because I don't even know how many of my builds are actually like functional, because I do build in the Sims 3 mostly just for like aesthetics. So I kind of care more about how it looks rather than having it be like a functional thing for your Sims to like live in. So yeah, I don't know if you would download it, but if you do want to download it, I'll have a download link down below, and in that link you will find both the Sims 3 pack file if you want to download it as a package file. I'll have the like Sims 3 package file that you have to install through like the Sims 3 launcher, and I'll also have a package file in there as well, so you can download either one, you know, however you install lots in your game. But yeah, just keep in mind that I did use a crap ton of store content, so if you don't have everything, then you might be missing a few items here and there. Mostly just decorative things, I think. Then the washer, the dryer. Okay, no, it's definitely not just decorative things, because literally the whole kitchen is like a store set. Like all of the counters, the fridge, the washer, the dryer, like the couches, I think are store content as well. And yeah, I used a lot of store content. Okay, I should probably stop rambling about it, but yeah, we have that. But yeah, so like I said, I build mostly for like aesthetics, so I don't really know how like usable a lot of my like apartments are, especially just because I don't really playtest my builds. So yeah, I mean, I don't playtest my Sims 4 builds either, but I know in the Sims 4 the Sims are a little bit, I guess, like smarter when it comes to like navigating around things and like walking around stuff and using items. So I'm not really sure how like smart, I say in air quotes, the Sims 3 Sims are, but yeah, you have that. And then also, another thing that I should probably mention is that this is my like first longer voiceover. I say longer, but like anything longer than 10 minutes is long for me these days. But yeah, so this is my first like longer voiceover in quite a while. If you missed the apartment build that went up over the weekend, I believe it was on Sunday, that I posted a like Sims 3 like country boho type apartment. Anyway, I'll leave it linked on the screen. But if you missed that, then you probably didn't know that the past week I haven't uploaded anything. That was literally the first video of last week. I was completely gone from my channel for more than a week, and basically there's just been a lot going on for me IRL. I won't go into too much detail about it. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know. But yeah, there's just been a bunch of like real life things and problems and things that have just cropped up over the past week, and that's made me kind of like literally unable to record like at all. So yeah, that's why I haven't been like posting over last week. But with all of that said, what I was actually getting at is the fact that I haven't really recorded a longer voiceover in probably more than 2 weeks, because the week previous to that, all of those videos were actually recorded in like one night, a week like before they went up. So yeah, it's been like 2-ish weeks since I've properly sat down and recorded a voiceover. So yeah, this like 17-ish minute voiceover is kind of scary. So yeah, we'll just have to see how we go. But something else that I wanted to mention about this build in particular is that these little like red and white block things like that you see me putting all over the place, I use them literally everywhere. They're basically OMSP like shelves. So kind of like we have the OMSP red shelf in The Sims 4. These are kind of like the Sims 3 equivalent of those, and they basically allow you to place clutter a little bit more like freely, and you can be a little bit more detailed with where you place clutter items and stuff like that. And you will see all of them in like build mode, so you'll see the like little red and white block in build mode. But as soon as you go into live mode, they actually disappear. So you can't see them in live mode. You won't be able to see them in like the screenshots at the end or anything like that. But they do still show up in like bold mode. So that's why you can see them. So yeah, I wanted to point that out. I'll leave a link in the description as well in case you guys don't know where to find these and you want to have them for your Sims 3. I'll leave a link down below if you want to go ahead and download them. But yeah, that's basically, I think, everything I wanted to mention about this build in particular. I'm just looking at my notes that I wrote down. Funny thing, I always write down like notes or kind of like talking points for when I plan to do a voiceover. So usually when I'm actually building something, I'll go ahead and I'll write down, you know, the price of it, bedrooms, bathrooms, lot size, all of that stuff, so that I have it on hand when I'm doing the voiceover. And then I'll also go in and I'll write down things like, oh, I did this for whatever reason, or I had to cut out this part, or I had to change this like off camera, or stuff like that. Just things that I want to remember, or you know, even topics that I want to talk about if, you know, there's something like that. So if I want to mention something specific or anything, I'll always write that down. And I'm just looking at the list that I had for this apartment, and I think I mentioned everything. So yeah, that's good. I think I covered all of my bases. I told you guys the price and all of that stuff and where it is and everything. But yeah, something else that I wanted to ask you is for those of you that have YouTube channels that actually post content and stuff like that, whether it's gaming content or lifestyle content or just whatever, do you ever get like nervous posting something that's a little bit different from your like regular things? So I guess this would make more sense for like gaming channels, but for example, my channel is mostly The Sims 4. I started my channel with The Sims 4. I post mostly Sims 4 stuff. I, you know, do early access for Sims 4 things and everything like that. But I also post Sims 2 things. And recently, like at the end of last year, I started posting Sims 3 things as well. And I don't know if it's just me, but I always get really, really nervous when it comes to uploading like a Sims 2 or a Sims 3 video. Not so much The Sims 2, because I think a lot of you already know that I play The Sims 2 and that I like building in The Sims 2 and all of that stuff, and my Sims 2 videos do tend to do quite well. So it's not like I'm super nervous when I post Sims 2 stuff, but like with The Sims 3, for example, they don't always do the best, because obviously my channel and the way the algorithm works, obviously the algorithm hasn't really picked up that my channel is like Sims 3 oriented as well. With the way the algorithm works, you know, if you stick to one kind of like niche or like, I guess, category, it tends to work better, if that makes sense. But anyway, for those of you that don't do YouTube, you probably don't care. But do you ever get like nervous if you want to post something that's kind of different from what you usually do? Let me know down in the comments, because it's something that I would really like to have your like input on. And if you're someone that just watches my videos, if you don't create your own content, then let me know if you're actually interested in seeing other types of content. So, I mean, I know the majority of you are probably just here for The Sims 4, and maybe you like randomly decided to watch this video, or I don't know, maybe this is the first time you found my channel and you found it through The Sims 3 or something, which if that is the case, then I would love to know if you found my channel through like the Sims 3 builds and stuff that I've done, because that would be really, really cool actually. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in seeing more Sims 3 things and some Sims 2 stuff as well. Obviously, I will continue to post the Sims 2 stuff as well, because it's just something that I love doing. I haven't posted a like Sims 2 video in months and months, just because I haven't really played it in all of that time. I've just been so busy with all of the like new releases in The Sims 4 and everything like that, that I just haven't had time to really like pay attention to like The Sims 2 or even The Sims 3 for that matter. I played The Sims 3 the last time, I think, was at the beginning of December of last year, and then everything just got crazy, and I kind of go through like these bouts of, you know, like these periods where I'm super obsessed with The Sims 3, for example, and I want to play nothing but The Sims 3. So I'll play The Sims 3, I'll get like a ton of things recorded, and then I'll get busy with something else, or I'll get distracted by something else, and then I won't want to do anything but, you know, play The Sims 2, for example, or play The Sims 4, and then I'll like just play that game for like 2 weeks, and then I'll go on to something else. And yeah, that's kind of why YouTube videos are always all over the place on the channel as well, because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to build. I just don't have the inspiration to build, so I'll build in like The Sims 4, for example. So I don't want to build in The Sims 4, so I'll go and I'll build in The Sims 3, or I'll create some Sims in The Sims 4, or I don't know, something else totally random. And I kind of have to do that to like not lose my love for the game, if that makes sense. But yeah, this video has been I don't know what. It has been a total shit show, I think. I think this voiceover has been a total mess, a total rambly ass mess. But I'm not gonna apologize for it, because like I said, I didn't know how this voiceover was gonna turn out when I started it. So yeah, this is just what we have. But this build is almost done, so I should probably start wrapping it up. We're just adding the last few finishing touches to the kids' bedroom, and then we're going to hop into screenshots. But I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, give the video a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But like I said, leave all of your comments and feedback and all of those kinds of things in the like comment section. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, that's basically everything. I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.